What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D, and this is the debut show, Clock Blockers, your new morning show right here on Miami Sports Music, and I am super excited that y'all are with me this morning. We got a great show lined up for you. Got a lot of good things going on. Looks like we had some technical difficulties there in the beginning, but hey, it's our first show. This is how it goes. So look, man, we got a great show lined up for you today. I can't wait to show you what we have in store. We're going to talk about some Miami Dolphins. We're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers. We're going to talk about the Miami Marlins sweeping. We're going to talk about Hurricanes baseball. We're going to talk about what down at the Hard Rock yesterday, that Mayweather-Paul action. I'm pretty excited about that. We're going to talk some Miami Heat, and we're also going to talk some soccer, some football, some inner Miami CF, and then obviously, when the playoffs are here, man, Panther playoff hockey. Are you guys ready for that? And then if we got a little bit of time at the end, something that just, kind of made my day this week was that Tom Wilson from the Washington Capitals, New York Rangers fight. And so we're definitely going to, get into that, and we're going to talk more about that. But again, I'm pretty excited to be here with you all this morning. And, what I want to do is I want to kind of start off with the Dolphins because at the end of the day, look, they're the ones that are leading Miami right now in hype. And one of the things that you will see during the course of this show is we're going to keep on going back and forth between the Miami Heat, the Miami Dolphins, the Miami Marlins, and the Florida Panthers. But Miami Dolphins had a big day yesterday. And one of those things that they had going on was obviously, talking about the release of one of their favorite people, Bobby McCain. So Bobby McCain was released yesterday. For those of you who don't know, and I don't know why you wouldn't know, because it was all over Miami sports news. And if you're watching this, of course, you're a Miami fan, right? So what we have going on is Bobby McCain was released. And then a few hours later, from the evil empire, Jason McCourty was signed to a one-year deal. So a little bit about what you saw happen. The Miami Dolphins released team captain and starting safety Bobby McCain, the team announced Thursday. The Dolphins later made an addition to their secondary, agreeing to terms on a one-year contract with former New England Patriots cornerback Jason McCourty, according to ESPN. For those of you who don't know, McCain was a fifth-round draft pick in 2015. He had 46 tackles and one interception last year. And his 6 years with the Miami Dolphins, 7 interceptions, 4 sacks, and a forced fumble. So look, when Bobby was here, he contributed. And he was always a good guy in the locker room. And he's somebody that I have to admit, at the end of the day, I enjoyed him being here. He was part of the team culture. I liked what he brought to the plate. Bobby McCain was somebody that when Minka Fitzpatrick got traded to Pittsburgh, that man came in, put his hand up, said, "I'm ready to go, coach. Let's go." And so it was really cool over the last several years to kind of see his growth from a fifth-round draft pick to what he became all the way up until last year, right? And so last year was an anomaly. We didn't have a training camp. We didn't have, obviously, a preseason. So, to be able to have this guy for as long as we did or have the career that he had, I'm grateful that we had him. And salute to you, Bobby McCain. I'm a big fan. And at the end of the day, I just want to see you do well wherever it is that you go. But I have to admit, when that happened yesterday, the rumor mill started turning. Guys' names like Malik Hooker was coming into town, who was also tweeting about it on his Twitter account. But then not only about an hour later or 2 hours later, McCourty, who's 33 years old, by the way, has 137 career starts, including the last 11th season for the New England Patriots, will be reunited with Flores. Because obviously Flores is a former Patriots assistant. The chance to play for Flores again was the driving factor in McCourty's decision. McCourty could have went to Tampa. Let's be perfectly honest. It seems like a lot of veterans want to go down to Tampa and play with Tom Brady. So for Flores to kind of snag a guy like McCourty, his leadership presence, and what he has the possibility to contribute on the field, I'm all for it, man. I'm here for it. Look, at the end of the day, Jason McCourty is somebody who makes the depth of our secondary a lot better than it was 24 hours before. So I am pretty excited about that, man. Fantasy fan panel, Bobby over Jason. Greer is a Patriot. I don't know about that, my guy. I really don't. Fins up all day. I definitely agree with that. Look, I think Greer is using the model that the Patriots had and using it for the positive of what the Miami Dolphins could be as we move forward into the future. Jaconda, what's up, buddy? He's going to be a great teacher to guys like Iggy. I totally agree. Having somebody with that veteran presence in the locker room, who, by the way, has won a Super Bowl ring, that can't be discounted. The man knows what it takes to get to the February game. And I want that in the locker room. I do. Because guess what? I want the Miami Dolphins in the February game. Who here does not? Put in the comments section if you want to see the Dolphins in the Super Bowl. I know I do. I'm not trying to be a homer, but I'm a fan. That's what Miami sports music is. It is a fan site made for you, the fans, by the fans. So I'm pretty excited about that. Teacher to Javon Holland and Brandon Jones. Definitely. Look, Javon Holland, our second-round draft pick at the end of the day from the University of Oregon, let's be perfectly honest, that kid could start day one. He could start day one. He was already ready. I damn sure do with the W. Clayvon, what's up, my guy? Yeah, man, definitely. I want to see a Super Bowl win. Fantasy fan panel. Super Bowl coming. Stephen Ross wants multiple rings. Here's another thing, too. Stephen Ross, in the beginning of his tenure as owner, I think played his hand a lot more in the day-to-day operations of the team. Since Greer has kind of stepped into that role as GM, you've seen him take a step back. But what you have seen is my man's not afraid to spend money. But here's the best part about our front office. They don't want to spend the highest paid dollar amount to get the best guys in here. They want the right guys in here. They want to draft the right guys. They want to grow this organically. And that's been one of the best things. Jamil Ali, what's up, man? GM fins up. Look, Greer, as far as I'm concerned, best GM in football right now. Best GM in football. And depending, and here's the thing, the offseason's not even over yet. That's real. Javon Holland's going to be a beast, man. I'm hyped. That makes two of us, man. That makes two of us. Here's the reality of the Dolphins' first two rounds. The four guys that they got, okay? Waddle, my boy from the U. All right. We got Javon Holland and Liam Ishenberg. All four of them could be starters day one. That's real. That's real. Name me a time that there were four starters to come out of a draft on day one of a year. All four of them could be, and that's real. Jaconda, that's right, the Jeff Ireland way. Overspending and big name free agents. Greer changed it. All day, man. GM, definitely. All right, look, I want to keep the story moving along. Here's another thing. The reality is, too, is there's been a lot more rumors going around, right? And so part of those rumors yesterday, before I kind of get into it, I would just want to touch on Malik Hooker. The Dolphins are not done yet. They're not. Malik Hooker came into for a visit, and they could still draft him. Sign him. They could still sign him. So there's a lot of free agents out there, and there's a lot of veteran free agents that the Dolphins can still pick up to add depth to this roster. And at the end of the day, we know that injuries happen on a year-in, year-out basis. And here's something that we're going to have this year that we didn't have last year. And that's a training camp and a preseason. And if you don't have depth and prepare for injuries because they happen, you're going to be sitting out left to dry. And we've been there before. We thought we had a good team and we had good starters and we were left out to dry, right? So Malik Hooker, I really hope he comes in. I hope he signs too. I got to be honest, man, I'm about that secondary. I think Miami has the ability to have the best secondary in the NFL if they don't already have it. That's the reality. Look at that. That's the reality, right? All right, look, I'm really excited. Before I kind of get into the next thing, just so you know what you guys are watching right now, this is Clock Blockers. Stop Snoozing with Stephen D. We are going to be live every weekday from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. I am super excited about having this opportunity with you guys. Miami Sports Music is growing, and it's growing rapidly. And you know why it is? Because of you, because of the fans, because of y'all. At the end of the day, we could not do this without y'all. And what I want you guys to do right now is if you go look over here, right here. I know I got the sun right here. Streaming live, Miami Sports Music. Make sure you go right here. You click subscribe. If you haven't done so already, pause. Go click subscribe. I don't know what you're doing with your life. And you make sure that you are signed up for all the notifications. So anytime Miami Sports Music goes live, you're there. You're ready. All right. All right. I appreciate you joining us this morning. Next topic I want to get to. Look, we got to talk about it. Aaron Rodgers. Got to talk about it. The reality is Aaron Rodgers is not happy in Green Bay. And as much as I don't want to talk about bringing in another quarterback, because let's get something straight. I love Tua. I am a Tua fan. The reality is this conversation is not going away. And Miami has the draft capital to make this happen. This is a realistic possibility. It's not that it's a fantasy thing. It's a realistic possibility. If Green Bay decides they want to trade him, Miami's one of those teams that they're going to be talking to because we have the draft capital to do it. And here's the reality. I was watching somebody from our podcast network yesterday. Shout out to TD Fins Talk, okay? TD Fins Talk brought up a great point. If the Miami Dolphins traded for Aaron Rodgers tomorrow, today, name 3 teams in the NFL that are better than us right now. You can go Kansas City, maybe. You can go Tampa. But is Buffalo better than us? If we had Aaron Rodgers? I don't know. I personally think that the reality is Miami's a top 5 team with Aaron Rodgers. It's debatable if they're 3, 4, or 5, right? Teams that are in front. And I think that Aaron Rodgers automatically makes this team a Super Bowl contender. The man won MVP last year. I don't care that he's 37 years old. The man won MVP. All right? Very realistic. Yes, it is, man. 100% agree. 100% agree. Look, Jamil, I see you guys in the comment section. What's good, Jaconda? How you feeling about the draft picks? Me personally, I love them all, especially Holland and Hunter Long. We're going to talk about that, by the way, on Tuesday night. Tuesday night, live at 9 o'clock, right here on Miami Sports Music's YouTube channel and also Facebook. We're going to have a live roundtable with all the cast, all the Miami Sports Music talent from across the panel. We're going to do a roundtable, and we're going to go over the draft pick by pick. We're going to go over the rosters pick by pick. So if you guys want to talk about that, come see us Tuesday night at 9 p.m. When you're all cozied up in your bed and you're snuggled up, you make sure you got your little cell phone or you got your Padlet or you turn on the TV to the YouTube app, whatever it is, man. We want to see you Tuesday night at 9 o'clock for that. All right, Luke, it's not going to happen. Next conversation, please. Gorilla Luke in the building, everybody. For those of you who don't know, Gorilla Luke is one of the craziest, most awesome super fans out there. Love you, buddy. Hey, look, the reality is I had to talk about it. It is something that's being talked about on social media. It's being talked about in fan chat rooms. It's being talked about on Facebook. Aaron Rodgers is done with the Packers. He's over it. And where does he end up? He ends up in one of 3 places, in my opinion. Denver. Denver's done this song and dance before. I think the Saints is a very realistic possibility, right? I don't think that they're sold on Jameis Winston being the future of that franchise. And then the Miami Dolphins. Because if you have a chance to get the NFL MVP, you got to at least have the conversation. You got to. You have to. So, I mean, that's the reality of what you're going to see over the next few days is you're going to see a lot more of this Aaron Rodgers talk. You're going to see a lot more chatter from Aaron Rodgers. So I'm pretty excited to see what's going to go on. But I totally agree at the end of the day. I am a Tua fan. I know that Tua is going to be the guy that's going to take us to the future. But, you know, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens on this Aaron Rodgers front. All right, now on to the next thing. So look, at the end of the day, this is a Miami sports music talk show. So I can't just talk about the Dolphins. I got to talk about other things related to Miami sports. One of them being the Miami Marlins. The Miami Marlins won last night against the Arizona Diamondbacks. All right. Miguel Rojas recorded his 5th career leadoff homer, the first since September of 2020. And Madison Bumgarner proceeded to retire the next 17 batters in a row before Rojas snapped that stretch with a 2-out single in the 6th. Miami has 2 leadoff homers this season, the other coming from Jazz Chisholm Jr. on April 23rd. What that did is that made the Miami Marlins sweep the 3-game series of the Arizona Diamondbacks. And look, it's pretty good. Adam Duvall with a 3-run homer from the night before on May 5th when they won 8-0. He had gone 18 games without going deep. His lineout for the first had an exit velocity of 109 miles an hour. So it's pretty exciting to see what's going on with the Miami Marlins, right? If you look at where they are at in the standings, right now Miami is 14-16, but they are 2 games out of first behind Philadelphia, who's 17-15. It's not going to take much to get into the playoffs this year in Major League Baseball. I really don't. And the reason why I think that's going to be the case is because I don't see too many teams being able to stay healthy for a long period of time over the stretch of 160-game season. I don't see it. But look, at the end of the day, you know, Miami's right in the thick of it. Even though they're next to last place, they're only 2 games out of first. They're 2 games out of the wild card. And guess what? At the end of the day, guys, it's only the 2nd month of Major League Baseball. But it is fun to kind of talk about, and it's kind of cool to see, you know, the rebuilding process that Derek Jeter has going on for the Miami Marlins. And, you know, I'm excited to see where the Miami Marlins end up. If you haven't had a chance to make it out to that ballpark, I'm a huge Major League Baseball fan. Top 10 Major League ballpark in the majors right now. I mean, it's beautiful. If you all get a chance to go to Miami, even if you're not as big baseball fan, you got to go check out that ballpark. It's really, really awesome. All right. So look, we talked a little bit about the Marlins. I know there's not a lot going on. It's the beginning of the year. We're not even close to the middle of the year yet. So we're going to keep on checking in as we get closer. But at the end of the day, the Miami Marlins, you know, they are looking like they want to do some damage. And so this weekend, you know, they have a pretty good series coming up. They got a 3-game series coming up this weekend, and that will be against Milwaukee. So if you guys want to go see that game, it'll be definitely a very good game to see. You guys turn in, and you guys see some pretty good baseball between Milwaukee and the Miami Marlins. All right. All right. So what do we got next on the agenda, boys and ladies? Hurricanes baseball. That doesn't get talked about often, right? Let's look at Hurricanes baseball. Hurricanes baseball right now is something that is very interesting to see. Look, I know you guys like professional sports. I know at the end of the day, that's where the bread and butter comes in. But the Miami Hurricanes baseball team is something to look at, guys. I mean, they're right in the thick of it. All right. They're 15-14. All right. That's in the ACC. Their overall standings are 24-15. And, you know, look, they have a chance to really make a run at this ACC Coastal Division and, you know, make it that they can go to Omaha. So I'm pretty excited to see what that baseball team does. If you guys have a chance to go out to Alex Rodriguez Stadium, it's really, really, really good. Don't forget about FIU. They're also in Miami. No doubt, brother. I got you. We're going to talk about all things Miami. As the stories break out, as the seasons break out, as the teams break out, we're going to talk more and more all about South Florida sports. But I know that the ACC is coming down to the wire, and this is a pretty good team that we're seeing here for the University of Miami. Sitting at 24-15, we'll see which way that they rock. They had the last game that they had was against Boston College. That was on the 2nd. They lost 11-6. They gave up 6 runs in the 2nd inning. But you guys got to realize this is college baseball. A lot of these pitchers don't have great command of their fastball and might not even have the greatest fastball. So, look, these kids they're playing for the love of the game. And I love college sports. I totally missed it over the last 18 months or 14 months, whatever you want to call it, during the pandemic. I hated that we had no college football that year. I hated that we had no college basketball. Was really excited when it came back this year. So look, and the best part about college sports is these kids play it for the love of the game. And that's one of the reasons that as a fan, I fell in love with the Miami Dolphins. I fell in love with sports. It's because it's the love of the game. And so to see kids playing for that instead of for money or for notoriety, just because they want to play one more time on a baseball diamond or on a basketball court or on a football field, you're not going to get too much better competition than that. I really believe that. All right. What do we got up next? I'm going through this pretty fast. I need to slow down a little bit. Mayweather and Paul. Guys, this was some wild stuff yesterday. So for those of you who don't know, Floyd Mayweather is coming out of retirement, okay? And Floyd Mayweather is going to come out of retirement, and he's going to fight YouTube sensation Jake Paul, all right? And I don't know about you, but I think at the end of the day, this is going to be a very interesting fight because I think everybody's counted out Paul already. And I think that Paul's taking this very seriously. A lot of people want to say the last fight was a hoax, that Askren took a fall. Look, boxing has a big problem right now. They're going up against MMA. And so there's a reality check in that boxing has to look at itself in the mirror and say, how do we get fans to come and watch? And unfortunately, this is how they're going to do it right now, right? They're going to have somebody who thinks that they can fight, a YouTube sensation like Paul, going up against one of the greatest boxers of all time, if not the greatest boxer of all time. So look, yesterday was very interesting, and I want to show you guys because there was a lot of stuff going on yesterday, and I was laughing, man. That's the reality of it. I was laughing. So here, check this out.
All right, hang on. I want you out of the way for me. Okay, come on.
What's up? You want to run it 201 night? Yeah. What's the move? What's up? You want to run it 201 night? Right in front. You want to run it 201 night? Absolutely. So let's make it happen. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Yes, sir.
First of all, I want to pause this real quick. Look, for those of you who don't know, Mayweather's rocking Miami Dolphin colors at the Hard Rock. Love his get-up. His get-up looks so fly. All right. I love it. The man was rocking Dolphin stuff yesterday, so I really, really enjoyed it. But this was very interesting, right? People want to say that this was, played out, like all this was planned. I don't know, because I don't know if Mayweather is going to play like Paul's about to do. And so let's keep on watching.
You better work for this ball. Get Al Hen. Absolutely.
Let me call Al Hen.
I'm my own boss. I'm my own boss.
One night. Got your hat.
The man, hold up. My man took his hat. Are we back on the playground? Are we really 5 years old, Paul? My guy, you can't be doing that, man. Not to a grown man like Floyd Mayweather. He said, got your hat. You know that's about to be a meme everywhere, all over the internet, all right? I mean, this is ridiculous. And then ran away. Look, I mean, it was a wild scene yesterday at the press conference. You look at it, and there was no sense of it just seemed chaotic. That's all that the words that I can do is just utter chaos. I mean, I got to go back a little bit and just show you where my man took off his hat.
Get Al Hen. Absolutely. I don't need Al Hen. Let me call Al Hen. I'm my own boss. I'm my own boss. One night. Got your hat.
People were laughing. People thought that was funny. Mayweather was not happy, man. Anything for attention and to hype up the fight. It got the exact reaction that they wanted. Look, it did. They're there to sell pay-per-views. And they got that yesterday. They 100% got that yesterday, but it wasn't over.
Don't ever disrespect me.
All right, just so you know, there's about to be some bad language. So if you have the kids around, you want to turn it down, or if you're at work, you want to turn it down because there's about to be some bad language on here. But Mayweather was not happy. It gets a little bit more crazy. My man was still saying, guys, you got to be kidding me, right? He still said, I got your hat. He still thought it was a game. I don't know, man. Just something about that just makes me think that there's words in the English dictionary that I would love to use against that man for that. Like, it's such a, I've never seen that at a boxing or MMA thing. Like, to me, that's just, I mean, that's a kid. That's a kid move. That's a playground move. And inside of me, I've never been a huge Mayweather fan. And the reality is because Mayweather's boring. And come on, let's call a spade a spade. We've all watched a lot of his fights. He is a great boxer. He does boxing the way it's supposed to be done. But it is boring as hell when he fights. But I have to admit, I hope the heck that he knocks the heck out of Jake Paul here.
Y'all gotta take it easy, man.
Now, I don't know if you all saw the pictures after it, but that's streaming. Supposedly, he got clipped a little bit. All right. Arnaldo said, yep, he's definitely no Mike Tyson. Who are we talking about there, Rodriguez? Are we talking about Paul? Are we talking about Mayweather? All right. Because when Tyson, look, here's a fight I would truly want to see. All right. I would want to see Paul fight Tyson. Because if y'all saw Tyson's last fight, I know he was fighting another old man. I get it. But that man still looks like he could hurt somebody. He could break a few ribs. I wouldn't want to get in the ring with him. Mayweather, he's boring. Oh, of course he is. Of course he is. I wouldn't want to get in the ring with him. Would you? Not at all. And see, this is what makes me think I don't know if it was staged. Because Mayweather was legit pissed. Mayweather was legit upset. So I just want to know if there are any legal experts out there, because he said he's going to kill him. If he kills him in the ring, is that premeditated murder? I just want to know. I just want to know. I just want to know. Look, that was wild, okay? Like, it's what I gotta have a moment of silence. Like, this is ridiculous. Is this what boxing has come to? I love UFC. Let's get that straight. I'm a huge UFC guy. I loved the last UFC card that just happened was one of the best fight cards I have ever seen. And it was amazing. They had 3 title fights. It was insane. When he going live? When is who going live? I'm live, brother. This is trash. Look, man. Hey, look, I don't like it any more than you do, Brad. I mean, to me, boxing has been the laughingstock of the sports world for at least the last 30 years. And they just, I don't know if they ever recover from it. And that's real. That's the reality of it. When your main attraction in your sport is a YouTube star, and at the end of and I don't want to say washed up, but somebody that's definitely at the end of his career, probably already passed, that is your main attraction? Come on, man. Come on. Best thing to do is not watch it. Yeah, hey, look. I totally hear you. I totally hear you, man. But, hey, here's the thing. People are going to pay that $69.99, that $89.99. People are going to pay for it. People are going to pay for it. I don't know if I'll pay for it. I'm not saying I'm not going to watch the fight, but I don't know if I'm going to pay for it. Brad said, not me. Shout out to Brad Wimes, everybody. If you guys want some real motivational speaking in your life or real motivation in your life, guys, go check out at Brad Wimes anywhere on social media. Love Brad. Brad is the man. Want to be like Brad when I grow up. I want to be a Toys R Us kid. No, I want to be like Brad Wimes. All right, look, man. So look, that there's not really much more to say on that. So I'm going to keep it going to the next thing. Look, Inter Miami CF. All right. You guys have to see soccer is slowly, I don't want to say slowly, it's been doing this for years, but I mean, it's becoming the fastest major sport in America. And I mean, it's doing nothing but growing because here's the reality. Kids are playing soccer. And so, seeing this Miami team and the reality of, what's going on in MLS is pretty cool. It's pretty exciting. So I'm pretty excited to see what happens with the Miami soccer team because they won their last match. I believe they tied. It was 0-0. Yeah, it was 0-0 against Nashville on May the 2nd. And so on Sunday, they will be playing Atlanta United. If you look at the standings, right now they're 6 in the playoff hunt in the Eastern Conference. And, they got 4 points. I'm not exactly sure how MLS playoff system works, but what I will say is I am excited to watch this team play more and more. And I do think that they have the coolest looking freaking stadium in the world. Shout out to Alex Dunno and Onside Radio. We went out there, Solo and I, to go do a radio interview on last Friday during the draft days. And, I'm telling you, man, that soccer stadium is the temporary one. And it was still wild looking to see that black and pink. It's a real, real, real good look. Brad says, not watching it, would rather do 1,000 burpees. You're referring to the Mayweather fight. I know. Fantasy Paul, Canelo fight tomorrow should be a great one. Can't watch boxing no more, man. I can't. Can't do it. Thank you for the kind words. Lorenzo, iced tea. Good morning, brother. Soccer is where the money is. Less injury, bigger payday because you can play longer. And yes, the jerseys are fire from Miami. Straight fire. Look, DWA all day till I die. If you guys need to go get your DWA merchandise, go to MiamiSportsMusic.com right now. Go get your stuff. I want you to stop what you're doing. I want you to go get your DWA gear because you're slacking on life. But I will say that those jerseys for my Inter Miami are like straight fire. I totally agree with that. Look, I got to go back a little bit. I kind of went ahead of myself. They should still be able to be called Inter Miami if they're based in. Should they still be able to be called Inter Miami if they're based in Fort Lauderdale? The Miami Dolphins are in Miami Gardens, right? So they should be the Miami Garden Dolphins. Come on, man. I mean, no, they're still like that. It's Miami soccer team, and David Beckham owns it. So hopefully they'll bend it like Beckham in the playoffs. I have it all. I know you do, Brad. All right, look, I want to go back a little bit. Got to talk a little bit of NBA, man. We're down on the stretch. We are down on the home stretch, looking at where the Heat are going to end up in the playoffs. They're probably going to get into the play-in tournament is the most realistic scenario, but they are on the cusp of being that 6th seed. Right. But I just don't know if they have what it takes. Right. Like you got to look at Butler. Butler's killing it. The Butler move that Pat Riley made is unbelievable. I still think it's one of the best moves an NBA team did at a trade for a trade. I look at it. I just don't know if they compete with these other teams. Let's kind of go. Let me share the screen here and let's kind of look at the standings, right? There we go. Now you guys can't see that. All right. If you guys look here, the 76ers are the number 1 seed. They're 45-21. They're the best team in the East, right? Nobody. I don't see them beating them. That's real. Okay. New Jersey, I see I almost said New Jersey Nets. The Brooklyn Nets, come on, guys. Come on. They're the next super team. They're not beating them. The Bucks, 42-24. So that's where things get interesting. I do think the Heat can beat the Bucks and any of those other teams in a 7-game series. I think they have a very difficult time against Philly and the Nets. And that's the reality of where I think Miami's at right now. So 2 things that they need to do. They need to be healthy for this playoff stretch. They need to make sure they have all these guys healthy. And they need to win some games that are going to come down to the stretch. And who's going to be that X factor? Because we know Butler's going to do his thing, right? Butler's going to do his thing, right? We know that I can't say his name for the life of me. You know he's going to do his thing, right? You know, but who's going to be that guy on the bench that's going to come in during the game, be that X factor for the Miami Heat, and make a run at this thing? Because you got to realize these guys were championship contenders last year. So what do they need to do to get back to the top this year in the Eastern Conference? And to me, it's going to be what's in the bench. What is in the bench that's going to make that team win? So I definitely want to hear your thoughts on that. Butler, 28, 33 point a game playoffs. Yeah, look, I'm not, you're not going to get any argument from me, Brad, on Butler. Butler's going to do his thing. Butler is not why the Heat are not going to make a deep run into the playoffs. He's not going to be the reason. They need to man up and play all day. I'm not denying that. But there's going to have to be somebody from the bench that's going to take this team to the next level. And I don't know who that is. I really don't. I want to hear what your thoughts are on the Miami Heat. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Put it in the comment box. You know, who do you think that X factor is? What do you think the Heat need to do to be a contender this year. Nunn, Harrow, and Duncan need to come like last year. Hey, man, Harrow's the man. You know, first of all, he's got a rapper on his heels. You know, that's my guy, right? So Harrow's the man. But, you know, to be perfectly honest with you, you're right. All three of those people have to step up. Duncan, Nunn, they all got to step up. But I'm telling you, I think it comes deep within the bench of what Miami's going to do in order to make a run at this thing. I don't know that they can compete with the Philadelphia 76ers or the Brooklyn Nets in a 7-game series. Because if you go through those two rosters and you get into their bench, there's nobody on the Heat, in my opinion, on the bench that starts canceling out that bottom roster. And let's be perfectly honest, it's going to be tough for our starters and their starters to do it. So I'm going to be realistic. I'm not going to be a fan. What does Chef Zhu say? I feel that Deedman can be a key factor for us as well in the playoffs because we lacked a big man to cover in the paint. And Victor O has to stay healthy as well. Victor Oladipo, what he did for Toronto years ago, that's what's going to have to happen. That's what you're going to have to do in order to move forward. Great show, Steven. Finsanity. Shout out to Finsanity. Love you, girl. Keep doing your thing. Hit me up. I want to have you on the show on Tuesday night if you can make it. If not, I got you. But you're definitely doing your thing. I got to run, my dude. K9, much love. DWA for life. All right, Brad. Love you, brother. Finsanity. Big Daddy. All right, look, you know, that's the reality. To go back to the Heat, I just don't see how that plays out, right? I don't see the benches being able to do it. So, all right, let's go to the next subject. Actually, before we get started into the next, I want you guys to remember that we got a lot of things coming your way on the Miami Sports Music Network, okay? We have a lot of great shows lined up. One of the things that we have lined up are our long list of people that contribute to the Miami Sports Music Network with their content. We love what they do. They're a part of what we do every day. I want to give a big shout out to the first guy, TD Finstalk. TD Finstalk, if you guys have not seen him, you guys need to go to his YouTube page, check out his videos. This man is a legend. He's a beast. Hit at TD Finstalk on all social media. We love TD. TD's the man. He's unbelievable, and I love his content. And I'll tell you, I personally watch it myself. That's the reality. That's how much I like it, right? And the same thing for Doug. Go look for Dougley Do Wrong. Dougley is somebody who has been doing his thing on YouTube now for several years. And, you know, when you get TD versus Doug, which we're going to have here soon, hopefully on live on Miami Sports Music here in the next month or two, it always gets good because there's TD fans and there's Dougley fans, and they always want to go against each other. Also, make sure you check out my man Wade. What would Shula do? At WWSD. Wade has started his new podcast. He's about 7 or 8 episodes in, maybe 9 episodes in, and he's doing his thing, man. He's over in Denver. He's got the Denver fan club out there, and we love what he is doing out there. He's definitely, making it happen from the standpoint of creating good content and creating controversy and creating something that no one has. I love Wade. Wade is definitely doing his thing. Glad I found this network. All the Miami sports music shows are fire. Helps to keep me in the loop despite living in Raleigh-Durham area now. I love that, man. I take a screenshot of that right here. Take a screenshot of that. I definitely love it. Chef Zhu says, I represent all the shows. Chef Zhu is a loyal listener. Chef Zhu's been doing his thing on all the networks for a very, very long time. Sean said, loving the show. Appreciate it, Sean. Love it, man. This is the first show, all right? This is the first show. I'm really, really excited about what I have going on here. This is the first of many shows to come. This is Cot Blockers. I have to be perfectly honest. My wife came up with this name. She's a genius. That's why I married her. Clock Blocker, Stop Snoozing with Stephen D. Live Monday through Friday, weekdays, 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. So we got about 15, 20 minutes left in the show. And so I want to make sure that you guys know on Monday morning, you guys need to come here and do it. And for this weekend, if you guys haven't been able to hear the entire episode, what you guys need to do, all right, what you guys need to do is you guys need to go to YouTube down here at the bottom, okay? Streaming live on Miami Sports Music on YouTube. And you can download right to your phone or your tablet this episode. As soon as it's over, download it, watch it in your car later, on your ride home, listen to it while you're on the toilet, whatever. Just make sure you watch us. Make sure you subscribe. We got a lot of stuff going on. I'm really excited to do this show for you guys. And I'm excited to see what we got going on in the future. All right. And then, you know, I got to be honest, speaking of the future, the Freak Show. Allie, a.k.a. Dolph Freaky. This has been the most hyped show. I got to move over here. This right here has been the most hyped show in the history of Miami sports music. The feedback that we are getting for Dolph Freaky having her own podcast is absolutely amazing. If you are excited for Dolph Freaky's new show, The Freak Show, I want you to hit that heart button on the like stuff, on the like. Instead of hitting give me the thumbs up, I want you to give me the heart right now. I want you to go give me the heart for The Freak Show if you are excited for Dolph Freaky's new show, The Freak Show, which will be debuting sometime at the end of next month right here on Miami Sports Music. Truly excited to have Allie on the team. Allie's been a part of the team now for a few years just as a contributor and has always supported Miami Sports Music and Solo D. And she's like a sister. And I could not do some of the things that I've done in the past without her. And so I'm excited that she's officially on the squad now. So if you're excited for Allie, if you're excited for The Freak Show, make sure you hit that heart. I need to see that heart. All right. All right. Let's go on to the next thing. What do we got here? We got Panther playoff hockey. Who is excited for some Panther playoff hockey? I know I am. It's definitely getting to be that time of year. All right. Look, the playoffs are coming. Winter is coming. There's never been a great time to use that saying right till now. Hockey, cold. Winter is coming for the Panthers. Look, this is exciting, right? They got 2 games left in the regular season. It's all but pretty much locked up. The funny part is they're playing against the Tampa Bay Lightning those last 2 games. And they're probably going to be playing the Tampa Bay Lightning in the first round if things work out the way that they're going to work out. And I'm really excited to see what the Florida Panthers do, or the Florida Panthers do going into the playoffs. They've been one of the best teams in hockey all year. They've been one of the most exciting teams to watch. It's definitely going to be something at the end of the day where I'm going to be tuning in every playoff game to kind of see what's going on. We're definitely going to get some more Panthers coverage right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. If you guys know a good podcast that is made by a fan that is dedicated to Panthers hockey, hit me up, DM me. I want to know what it is. We need to get some more shows, more coverage, Marlins, Heat, Panthers, but definitely playoff hockey is in the air, and it will be an exciting team to watch. If you look right now, like I said, the next game is tomorrow at 7 p.m. It is at home, and it's against Tampa Bay. And then they'll have another game on Monday the 10th against Tampa Bay, and then the season will be over. It'll be wrapped up, and they'll probably be playing Tampa Bay in the first round of the playoffs. Look, I think it's been very interesting to kind of see the Panthers. They're 54-35, or excuse me, they're 54-35. They have 54 games played, 35 wins, 14 losses. They had 75 points, and they're on a 4-game win streak right now, which is the longest win streak in the Central Division. Chef Shu, I'm proud of how the Panthers are going to the playoffs. I want to finally win the Stanley Cup. I want to witness that. Check it out, Chef. Here's a reality for you. Panthers could win a championship. Dolphins could win a championship. How crazy would that be, right? I always find it funny that when one sports town wins a championship in one sport, there usually is somebody else in that town that also wins a championship. So maybe the Panthers are that other team, and maybe the Dolphins are that other team, right? So it'll be really cool to watch this year. I am really excited about that. We'll definitely see. We're going to keep a close eye on the Panthers because it's really, really going to be fun to watch. All right, look, you can visit the website miamisportsmusic.com for all the latest news, fan gear, fan club updates, and exclusive content on Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Visit miamisportsmusic.com for more information. And if you are a big Miami Dolphins fan, all right, what I want you to do right now is I want you to check out what we actually have going on. What we have going on is we have this cool thing. If you're a big fan of Miami sports music, you see this map, Miami Sports Music, Miami Dolphins. You like to hang out with other fans. This is the DWA, the Dolphins with Attitude Fan Club map. So if you go to Miami Sports Music, you'll see this as a link, and you'll see all these fan clubs that have popped up here, right? And when you go there, you can put your mouse over one of them, and you can see all the different fan clubs from across the world and all their info, where they meet up at, what restaurant they hang out at. So if you happen to be traveling to that city or town or country and you want to meet up with other Dolphin fans to watch the game, guess what? You can do that now. You have a central place where you can do that. Find out where all your other Dolphin fans live, all the official fan clubs. We don't have all the fan clubs information yet. So if you are part of a fan club and you don't see your spot on this map, you need to get in touch with me, okay? We need to make that happen. We need to get all these fan clubs up here. There's a lot missing over here in the western side of the country, and I know there's a lot of Dolphin fans over there. It says straight fire. I like it. Definitely straight fire, son. I agree. I love the DWA map. It's something that I've wanted to do since day one, and I am excited that Miami Sports Music we put that together. And big shout out to Jamie Bahamas. Jamie Bahamas is our media director, and he is a big reason why we were able to put that together. I'm going to have to get the Raleigh Club alive again to get them on the map. All day, man. We need to do that. You need to do that. There needs to be another club. There's one out in Charlotte. Charlotte Dolphin Club is an amazing fan club. We've worked with them on a few different events, but they are absolutely amazing. And so if you want to get some ideas or some people local to, hey, how should I get this restarted or how should I get this ramped up? Go check out the Charlotte fan club, Arn. They'll definitely take care of you, man. I've been to theirs. They are dope. 100%, man. 100%. All right. So last thing. It is not Miami related, right? But I think it is one of the funniest things I have seen since we've been doing this. So for those of you who don't know, all right, this past week in hockey was a little bit crazy. Tom Wilson is a player for the Washington Capitals, and they played the New York Rangers this week. And there was some crazy stuff that happened. Now, Tom Wilson has a reputation for known to be a dirty player. Chef Shu says, I'm glad about the map. Where can I hang with other diehard fans just as myself? All day, man. Got to check it out. So check it out. So back to this. So Tom Wilson is somebody who has a reputation for being a dirty player in the NHL for many, many years. And so this past week, he played against the New York Rangers. And what you're going to see is very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and play for it. This is the game before the game that I really want to show you. All right. You're going to look here.
Caps. Their very effective line. Carl Hagelin nicked out and garnered Hathaway.
I know I'm playing the wrong one. Let me get to this. Let me get to this first. I don't want to play that for you just yet. I want you to see the other one first before we get to that, because this is the one that's crazy. Screen 2. Here we go. Play it. One of the dirtiest hits I've ever seen, right? Because it was straight intentional. It was straight intentional. Let's be perfectly honest. Let's call a spade a spade. It was straight intentional, right? So my man is on the ice from the Rangers, and Tom Wilson literally just sucker punched him right in the face while his head is on the ice. Now, here's the funny part about all this, right? The NHL did not suspend him. So the Rangers they were pissed, which they had every right to be. They had every right. Let me make the screen bigger for you guys. All right. You see Wilson? Wilson's right here on the left side of the rink, and he is the player in the white. And you see number, I guess that's 89 of the Rangers down on the ice. You're going to look at that. Watch what Wilson does. Straight sucker punched him right in the face. So now we saw that, right? So this is what happened on the next game, which I think was like 2 nights later, right? So 2 nights later, they are back at Madison Square Garden, and it gets a little bit more crazier this time. All right. Let's look at this.
2 goals, 3 assists.
So this is tip-off of the game.
There you go. Right off the face-off. 3 fights simultaneously. Rooney and Down.
Unbelievable.
Di Giuseppe going at it with Hathaway.
Number one reason why I love hockey is they let you fight, right? They let you fight. The ref's talking about. Look, man, that was insane, man. That was. Stream was suspended on YouTube. They got me. They got me. Man, that's all right. That's okay. Look, man, it's our first show. Look, guys, it was really fun to hang out with you. I enjoyed every second of it. I hope you guys have the opportunity to download this. I'm going to download it and see if I can get it to you guys on our website, and that way you guys can just download it straight from the website. That way you guys don't even have to worry about YouTube. So I hope you guys had a really, really good time hanging out with me. It was definitely fun. Make sure you guys check out Miami Sports Music. Make sure you check me out again on Monday. We're going to have a good time on Monday, and we're going to do it, man. We're going to have a great time, and we're going to watch some more Miami sports. We're going to keep on the lookout of the Heat. We're going to keep on the lookout of the Panthers. Are any big moves going to happen over the weekend for the Miami Dolphins? I don't know. You're going to have to stay tuned to find out. So this has been Clap Blockers. Stop snoozing with Stephen D. I am your host, Stephen D. Thank you for watching this morning. Make sure you guys check me out. And that's why I came back here. I appreciate you, bro. All day, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys check out the show, okay? Monday morning, 8:30. And this is what we're going to do, man. We got a morning show for you guys. We're going to have a good time, all right? Love you all. Have a wonderful day. Fins up all day. DWA, go get your stuff. See y'all.